What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Welcome to Britain's World. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the divine, superior knowledge of life. In the series of unfortunate events and circumstances that take place that God uses to test me. See, we all perceive this world a certain way. We perceive this world as something evil, something sinister, something sick. We get a sick amusement out of it because we're bored, which is why, sometimes you guys fuck with me. We fuck with each other. People get hurt, I get hurt. I got my jaw broken in Las Vegas. You guys know that. You guys know what happened. People are really sick. Everything in this world is a matter of perception. You perceive this world a certain way because, god damn it, you perceive this world a certain way. And what I always say, observe, process, and conclude. Observe, process, and conclude. You're going to see things a certain way, and someone else is going to see them a different way. And they're going to say that you're wrong. For example, statutory rape, which is wrong. No, which isn't wrong. Just because something's illegal doesn't make it wrong. Marijuana, another example. Illegal, does it make it wrong? No. Drinking in public. Somebody had one beer and they got, 3 nights in jail. Is that wrong? No. Drinking and driving. Distracted driving is just as much of a threat to bodily injury or loss of life as drinking and driving. Even if you're sober, you're just as likely to swerve out of the way of a deer and run into someone, and kill someone in a car accident as you are if you're drinking and driving. Now, that's not speaking from statistics. That's not statistically speaking. So I'm not going to sit there and say that that's fact. We're going to go somewhere where we can pick up some more light. Statutory rape. If you're in Hawaii, an adult can have sex with a minor that's less than 5 years younger than them. That's perfectly legal, and the parents can't say shit about it. If you're in Idaho, if either of the parties, if both parties, if say the boy is 16 and the girl is 17, tender boost, the girl is 17, and he has sex with her, if either of you have sex before the age of 18, you are a registered sex offender. Period. That doesn't change. If you go to California, if it's called the grandfather law, it's called granddaddy law. If you were seeing this girl intimately before she was 18, and before you were 18, that you didn't commit a crime. Because you two were previously in a relationship before the age of 18. But you turned 18. So nothing changes. You're still not breaking the law. In California, if you wanted to see an underage girl, if you did, it wouldn't be illegal if the parents consent. So the parents say, okay, my daughter works at Hot Topic. She drives a Honda. She goes to school every day. She gets straight A's. And she's taking minor college courses online. Big whoop. My daughter wants to see a fucking 24-year-old man. So they say, okay. But in most cases, I can't believe, and marijuana too, let's go back to marijuana. Marijuana is illegal in Texas. If you get caught with a butt of marijuana, you're looking at 10 years in jail. It's a felony. It's a felony, period. Felony, period. I am in Arizona. I am in Parker, Arizona. Conjuring 2. Britton, man, you're live. You're alive. I know I'm alive. Thank you, Conjuring 2. Where have you been? I am in Parker, Arizona. Gregory Brandt. What's up, Greg? How you doing, buddy? Aloha. All right. I don't know. You smoke marijuana in Saudi Arabia, it's punishable by 30 lashings or 7 lashings, 7 days a week, And that's where they tie you to a post and they whip you with a whip till you have scars on your back and you're bleeding and there's blood everywhere. In some countries, they cut your head off for smoking marijuana. But people just travel blindly to countries around the world and states around the country thinking that law is the same everywhere you go. No. Culture changes even within the country that you're in. You don't even have to leave the country that you're in to see culture change. There is different cultures in the United States of America. That's not why we're called the United States of America. Quite frankly, I don't understand why we're called the United States of America. Because if I go 25 miles that way in that direction, I have a totally different culture. I could walk into a store and buy pot. But if I stay here, I face 5 years in jail for marijuana. It's culture change. Culture shock. Which is why we have culture shock. I'm surprised you don't have culture shock in America because, people go to Hawaii and, did you know that in Canada, the age of consent for sex is 19? Canadians make Americans look like sickos. And they think that we are sickos because we have sex with girls that are 18. I think 18? 18? And I said, of course 18, you moron. I'm in a country where it's 16. I grew up in a place where it is 16. My sister was 16 dating a fucking 20-year-old man. She was 17 when he went off to Iraq, and they were still dating. How's that? Crazy, huh? And that was perfectly legal, and my sister said, I remember seeing my dad, when my brother, at the time was my sister's boyfriend, my brother-in-law came in and smacked my 16-year-old sister on the ass, and she was 16. My dad took him by the fucking throat and pinned him up against the kitchen and called the cops. Cops went right up to my sister and said, did you consent to that? She said, of course, I love him. I said, well, there's nothing we can do. My dad said, I want that man thrown in jail. No! My dad, the cops, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. And I was sitting there going, isn't that wrong? The hardest thing for them is for weeks they didn't talk to me about it. They made me stay in my room. And what are we going to tell Britton? He's 7 years old. What are we supposed to tell him? Who's he going to date? Fucking, oh, jeez, do I have to worry about my son getting fucked in the ass? I said, no, it's just life. It's just life. It's like, we face this world all as one. And despite all that I've explained to you, that's enough for intelligent conversation. We've had intelligent conversation time. Now what I want to talk about is, what are we going to talk about next? My mental illness. As you know, I have autism. It's been said upon that I have schizophrenia. Not true. I have a type of schizophrenia known as schizoaffective disorder. Meaning I have delusions, paranoia, mood swings, manic depressive. I have deals with mania where I stay awake for days on end and it looks like I'm on drugs. There's a lot of times where it looks like I'm on drugs. People don't know that I'm just sick. And when I take the medication, people automatically think, well, he'll get better. They think medication is a cure for mental illness. That is not true. Medication is not a cure. There is no cure. This isn't cancer. This isn't the flu. This isn't something where you can just stick me with a shot in the arm or have me take an Advil for 2 weeks or drink some Robitussin and everything will be fine. This is something where you cannot cure it. You can treat it. What is the difference between treatment? Treatment takes care of half the battle. The rest of it is your fight. The rest of it is your fight. You know, and it's hard to fight without the meds. And I've begun hurting someone that I deeply care about and I have so many feelings for and I care about and I love to make this woman feel good and I love to make her feel good. But my mental illness has destroyed not only her feelings for me, has destroyed my feelings for her. This happens everywhere I walk to. Every state, every territory, every country I go to, God blesses me with a very beautiful woman. He does. He blesses me with a beautiful woman everywhere I go. And God never gives up on me. He never does. He fucking loves me more than anything on earth. Just break and come on, one more try. It's like, all right, I sent you to a new town. God, here's another girl. Have fun. And God's telling me treat her right. God's telling me handle the shit. God says when I present you with a challenge, you damn well handle it with the love I give you. Ignore the hatred and the violence and the fear and the anxiety that Satan gives you. I don't care about being a preacher. You know, the only reason I got ordained is because I see the angels. The next step is to be baptized in the river of Jordan. I'll catch you guys in a few minutes. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Ciao.